should be working. What's up, guys? I know this is outside of my usual streaming time, streaming hours, but I thought we'd do a late night one here. Just kind of mess around a little bit. I don't know if my usuals will be viewing this. That's okay. It'll be recorded for you all. And we're going to do this challenge here, Guiding Light. It's a survivor challenge, so no new slug cats for this one. But it's interesting. It takes place in like pitch black. Hey Grimblebot, how you doing? I'm also going to try and read messages out loud. I've been meaning to do that. I don't like when I'm watching streamers and they don't read messages out loud. I don't like having to look at the tiny chat. It bothers me. So I'm going to try to do that more. It's something I've been wanting to do. Hey Bark, how's it going? So our first goal, right? Our first goal is going to be trying to get some darn light. I think we can probably go into Pebbles backwards. Hi, how you guys doing? I think we can probably go into Pebbles backwards and get a light, eat a neuron there. But our main goal is to reach the Vista points and deliver this neuron to Moon. Fair warning, this will contain spoilers. Not really spoilers for Downpour, necessarily, but spoilers for the base game if you haven't played it. So we've popcorned ourselves up here so that we can reasonably store that neuron in our belly. And we're going to try and work our way over to Pebbles. If we can get some sort of light, it'll help us out immensely. We're going to be dealing with significantly harder enemies. I did do like a dry run of this just to see how it worked. And it's not pretty. There's spitter spiders out there. There's cyan lizards. It's rough looking. So if Pebbles will allow us a neuron and a little bit of a glow, I will gladly accept it. I hate the zero gravity though. Terrible at this. Terrible at this zero gravity section. If you think, man, maybe I'm just bad at the game, this zero gravity section is ridiculously hard, you are not alone. I have like 120 hours in this game, and I'm sure there's people with like so many more, but I have a lot, I feel like, for like how much I've played, and it's ridiculous. Nice. You just finished the rivulet 1 minute ago. How did it go? Did you like it? I haven't beaten it yet. I've been playing the Artificer and the Gourmand, so I've beaten those two. I just beat the Gourmand earlier this evening. I do know, keep an eye out, Barky, because Rain World is supposed to be going on sale before the price increases. Sometime, I don't know, it could be right now, for all I know. I haven't checked the page, but keep an eye out. It's not impossible that it goes on sale before before the price increase, and you might be able to snag it then for a bit cheaper. Oh shoot, right, I have a full belly, so I can't eat the neuron exactly at this moment. Alright, well, we'll grab one to bring with us. I'd like to bring two with us, just for good measure. Hey, it's funny that you mentioned you just did your laundry. I'm working on my laundry right now, too. That's why I'm streaming this. I had some laundry I had to get done, so. I don't normally stream at this hour. Normally I'm like an afternoon, midday, middle of the week streamer, because I'm at home during those periods of time. But I figured, you know what, let's see if there's a different crowd out at night. I mean, it might not be night for you. It's night for me. It's almost 1. Man, these things are tedious to grab. Come on. Come here. Ah! Hopefully we can get one. I mean, I'm not worried about time or anything. You should have grabbed that. There we go. Finally. Okay, cool. We got one. I'm really only worried about the one. I don't think we'll get a second. Now we just have to manage to get back to the shelter. But the good news is this should give us a bit of a glow, which is exactly what we need to get started on this mission. So, for everyone who's arrived a couple minutes late here, we're doing a mission, an expedition-style mission. And this one is, I forget the exact name, but it's dark. The whole map is completely dark. And so we came back into 5 Pebbles backwards to grab a neuron. It starts us at the top of 5 Pebbles. And we've grabbed our neuron here. And we have to deliver a neuron we already started with to Moon. And we have to stop at a couple Vistas points, which I'm not 100% sure where a couple of those are, but I've got a pretty good idea. So I'm not too worried about that either. And then we just have to survive. It's permadeath if we run out of karma. If we get to base karma and we die, we are permadead. So we gotta be real careful there. Presumably echoes would be particularly helpful in this case, because we could swing past the echoes and like get a much higher level. I think the echo, I don't know if the echo at the top of the wall is there, because in my dry run he wasn't. And I want to be clear, my dry run was like 2 minutes. I just like, so a vista point, what is a vista point? A vista point is like, there's a couple like areas in the game where they set you up really high and give you like a really cool visual overview of an area. And those are vistas. And I know, you'll know when we get to one. I know there's one that we have to get on the exterior, which would be on the wall. It's where it overlooks all the clouds. And then another one we have to get is Industrial Complex, and then we need one in Shoreline. And I don't know where those are, but I suspect that the one in Shoreline is the top of the, like, the tower there. I'm pretty confident in that guess. All right, good start here. Perfect. I was really hoping that would work. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't, but you never know how these challenges are programmed. Maybe you're supposed to do it in completely pitch black. All right, so we've got our light. That's perfect. And we're moving on. You're going to see just how dark it is. It's ridiculously dark. I'm hoping it's not too dark to, like, make the stream unenjoyable, honestly. I thought about that. Okay, so since it's a dark run, do the lizards still glow? The lizards... okay, I've only seen a cyan, but they do seem to glow, yes. Well, I'm glad you're here to watch me, actually. I appreciate it. Me too, Grimblebot. I found the Vista too. That's probably considered the Vista for that region. I know the one you mean. It's very pretty. That whole area, I won't spoil it for those of you who haven't seen it yet, but that whole area is very pretty. That might be my favorite zone in the game now, just because it's so beautiful. They did an amazing job making that. I really like how the city looks in the background, in the dark. You know what? We don't need it for, like, any sort of data, but let's grab this pearl. In case we happen upon a couple scavengers, we might be able to grab a light without fighting and killing them, and that could be helpful too. Just having a secondary light source. I always like the music in this section, how it builds up. Alright. So we should be able to find the echo. Because we've got this weird haze, which usually means the echo's here. I wonder why there's a dead bat there. Hey, nice. Sweet. That's going to be really helpful. So that's going to boost our karma up really high. And that's going to basically give us a bunch of lives. Because remember, if we hit 0 karma and we die, we get a game over. Have to start all over. So, getting really high karma, super helpful. Sorry you have to watch me walk that whole wagon. The song is Stargazer? That's good to know. Thank you. It depends. I do my laundry usually throughout the middle of the night, personally. But I know some people do their laundry in the morning. I'm never up that early. I try to be up that early, but I am a night owl. No matter what I do, I'm always in bed at like 4, 5. When I get up in the morning, like, if I manage to get up in the morning, I feel real good about it. And I feel like I achieve a lot that day. And then I'm like in bed by 8. But eventually, inevitably, I end up till 4 again on average in a week. Oh, new fave streamer. Man, that's a huge compliment. I've been posting like a ton of Downpour stuff. I got early access a couple weeks ago and posted like a really detailed review. And then my videos were getting like 50 views, maybe max before that. And now they're getting like a couple hundred, and like the review got like, it's at like 18,000. It's at like 18,000 views. When I posted it, I was like, boy, I really hope I get 1,000 views out of this. If I got 1,000 views out of this, it took like a week to make. I was like, if I get 1,000 views out of this, I'm going to be so grateful. And now I'm like, oh man, it's almost at 20. And I was like at like 70 subscribers, and they're at like 315 now. It's crazy. And so I did a poll, and I was like, hey, do my subscribers, most of them came from the Downpour review, do you want me to continue to do like my regular Let's Plays and stuff, or do you want me to do like pretty much exclusively Downpour content? And yeah, I usually, the name pronunciation thing, I just try to avoid names if I can. And the poll was overwhelmingly, it was like 70 to 30%. And like, it's not like one of those polls where like 10, 15 people voted. Like, out of 300 subscribers, like 120 have voted so far. Like 1/3 of my subscribers have voted on this. And it's like 70-30 split on keep doing regular Let's Plays and no, post exclusively Downpour stuff for now. So I've been posting tons of Downpour stuff. A lore video, you know, I've thought about it. I really, really like the lore. I just don't know a lot of it. Not yet, anyway. I know we're not down any karma, but we're gonna stop here because I don't know, there's some scary stuff out there. I might do a lore video. I'll have to see what I can pull off, because I've been trying to keep better track of the lore. I want to do like pearl runs and stuff. Oh man, it doesn't feel like only 300 to me. It feels it's blown my mind. Like the after the numbers came in on the review, it's like at almost 3,000 hours. It's been out 5 days. and it's at like almost 3,000 hours of watch time. That's like over 3 months of watch time. It blows my mind. Yeah, better safe than sorry. So I know I saw a white lizard down here, but I don't know if he went back through the pipe because I looked at chat. It seems like he did. I'm so used to playing the Gourmand because I just finished my Gourmand run and it took me like 17 hours that I have been like pausing. There he is. Pausing after every spear throw, and I need to stop doing that. Because if you haven't played the Gourmand yet, with the Gourmand, you can't throw again right away. You have like a strength meter. Uh-oh. Well, we'll see where this goes. Funny. That didn't work out for him either, at least. Alright. Oh, you're right. It does. I forget about that, like, really consistently. I gotta start using that more, actually. The map showing creatures. That's smart. That's a smart play. Ah, shoot. That was a dumb play. Favorite slug cat. Ah, shoot. I don't know, man. That's hard. That's real hard. I beat the Artificer first, and I thought for sure it was the Artificer. But I actually really enjoyed playing as the Gourmand. And Rivulet was what I suspected would be my favorite when I first started. Ah, man. I tried to go through the pipe fast enough. I'm doing terrible this run. I can't decide yet. I have to see... Okay, just in terms of just Slugcat, probably the Artificer, maybe the Spearmaster. In terms of campaign, that's a totally different answer. And I can't even answer it yet. There we go. Good riddance. It's hard to tell what the background elements are with the black and white and the nighttime filter. It's really hard to tell what's a pool you can actually grab. That's making things a lot harder. Wait, I don't want to go there. I've been up and down the wall a lot more than I usually am lately. So I have like a pretty good idea of where I need to be. So that's a plus. Let's grab these berries while we're here. That'll get us full, actually. That's great. We're really doing good on food. That was a concern I had in the dark. Okay. So the vista should be on the next screen. It's... Oh, there's that spider. Alright, I think we've got this handled. Nice, perfect. For good measure, I threw the pearl at him. No, I threw the spear at him. Get back in here. Alright, I don't think he's going to mess with us, so I'm not too worried about it now. Ah, okay. The white's right there. I don't think whites show up on the map, actually. I don't see them. This spider, I'm gonna just have to go up and hit him. There we go. Alright, he's dead for sure. Yeah, the white doesn't seem to be showing up on the map, see? Good idea. But I didn't know that. Because I've seen them on the map before. It might... Maybe they only show up when they're uncamouflaged. He's not particularly threatening, though, at the moment. There we go. Whatever. That's handled. And we got another spear. We just gotta hurry, because I think there's... Okay. I was hoping to hit him, but I don't know what he's doing. Woo, that was close. Like folding it? Or just the washing machine? I'm not sure how long I plan to do this one. Probably only like an hour or two. Okay, this is a good time to jump down. Maybe not even that long. It depends on how the run goes as well. Like, if it's going really well and we're really close to beating it, then I'll just keep going, probably. Okay, cool. Sometimes I'll go down there to, because my washing machine's in my basement. And sometimes I'll go down there to my washing machine in my basement. And like if I think, because sometimes I think I forget to put soap in it. Because that's easy to do, right? And I'll go down there and like stare at it to double check that I put soap in it. I'll see how sudsy it is. And I'll just stare at it. Not like for an extended period of time. Not like a crazy person, but like... Did you see that, Okay, so I thought this was the Vista point, but it doesn't seem to be. Also, we're in a bit of trouble here. It's so hard to see in this, weird sphere. That's gotta be the Vista point for the exterior, right? Now I'm not so sure. I wonder if it'll check off once we, rest in a shelter. Because sometimes the missions don't check off until you've rested in a shelter. But it's a little unclear. This situation is getting out of hand. It's a little unclear, like, when that's supposed to be. Because sometimes they check off right away. Is there another one of these towers that goes further out? I feel like there is. Alright. Oh no. Whoa! You know what? Forget the pearl. Don't need it. I'm on my best game when stuff is just absolutely falling apart. Regular situations that I have to handle in this game, I'm terrible. But you give me a situation where everything is just absolutely falling apart, and sometimes I will manage to pull it off. Alright, I want to check that other pool there, but we're going to come back up and do it. Because I would rather rest at the shelter down here. This way. It's probably safer. I don't trust myself on the fall in the dark. And there's also the chance that it checks off the Vista when we get down here anyway. So, if it doesn't, we'll go back up and double check that other spot. We have to get it. If we don't get it, we don't win. So, it's just a matter of knowing exactly what it wants us to do. a grenade. Oh, wait a minute. Almost got me. Almost got me. You don't know how many times I've fallen for that to not have gotten me. A lot. That happens a lot. It's a shame we can't eat creatures as the survivor, because, like, I like being carnivorous. That's just a personal preference thing. I don't know how these tips got turned on. I'm gonna have to turn it back off at some point. Okay, we did not reach the vista point. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Do you think that grenade is still there? Let's see. It isn't. He's moved. That sucks. I was hoping the grenade would at least still be there. Yeah, I hate drop wigs too. They are the worst. Oh, I think he meant drop wigs, man. That's all. Okay, upward. There aren't any areas you guys can think of in, like, the exterior, like, that aren't the wall here, that would be considered a vista, right? On the leg or the underhang? I can't think of any. Alright. We've got trouble up ahead. We'll go this way. We might be able to get high enough to knock him down and then grab that berry. That's enough to get us a second rest. Nah, he's up around the corner. We can't get there. Alright. So, the second place I can think of that could be a vista point. Oh. I've never seen him come down this far, honestly. And we can't reach that. Oh, good. He's carrying on. The second area I can think of that could be a vista point is right up here. There's like a pole that sticks straight out, and it goes to like a second screen and everything. And that's my only other... It's my only other hope, really, at the moment. These guys are moving down after me. I'm excited to see what a couple of the harder challenges are. There's one called Hunted, and I'm really curious what that's all about. Oh, hey, look, they notify you. You feel the presence of a vista. I bet it is over here, then. I bet it's this. Thanks a lot, man. Uh-oh. I kept going when I looked at chat. Sorry. Thanks, I appreciate it. I'm hoping we actually win. These are pretty hard challenges, really. I mean, I get it. They're meant to be post-game. I'm glad they're hard. That's not a complaint. But, they're pretty tough. Okay, so at least it notifies you in the bottom corner that there's a vista nearby. That's really helpful. So we'll visit that one again. And then we'll head down. Let's do Chimney Canopy to, we'll do Chimney Canopy to Industrial Complex. And that will get us the Industrial Complex Vista. And then we'll do Industrial Complex Garbage Waste Shoreline, and then the Shoreline Vista, and then we drop the Neuron off at Moon. And I think then we've completed it. It's just a matter of getting there without losing all of our karma. And thus, lives. Now, I don't know how hard these zones will be in the dark, too. I'm sure Industrial Complex will be a lot harder because it'll be claustrophobic. I don't think shoreline will be too bad. It depends on how hard it is, like, if we still have to deal with vultures and stuff. Which I'm sure we will. Okay. Thanks. He's gonna be on his way up, though. Uh-oh. And he's on his way down. Ah, I hate cyans, man. Two of them, too. Hopefully this orange gets into a scuffle with them. And a blue. There's all sorts of stuff going on this screen. I don't like doing this back and forth thing because I feel like it's hard to watch. But, it's our best. Oh, it's got giant leeches now? That's not good. Well... Alright. Give me back my spear, please. Hate when you can't get your spear back. Uh-oh. Oh, no. He's blocking the hole. Uh-oh. No. Shoot. Crap. Okay. Actually, I think I have Wiggle Out on, so it's entirely possible we do get out of this. Especially when he jumps like that. Oh, there's the vista. Alright, we're dead. But I'm glad I stayed in his mouth. Oh, I gotcha. Just the blue ones. That shouldn't... Well, they'll be harder to see in the dark, that's for sure. We might not get too many more tries anyway, though. Not with how things are going for us at the moment. We'll stop by the, We'll try and get our karma back up to 5, and we'll stop by the Echo and Chimney Canopy and try and get our karma higher, too. That'll help a lot. It looks like the Vista is... Oh, sorry for that. It looks like the Vista is the, like... It's, well, for one, if you're asking what a vista is, it's like a viewpoint, right? Like a pretty viewpoint overlooking other stuff. The vista we're looking for specifically looks like it's at the bottom of that giant sphere. I thought it was at the top, but it makes sense, I guess, that it's at the bottom. So we just have to go back up to that, which... kind of sucks that we have to climb all that way up. Probably shouldn't have rested at that bottom one until we knew. But, I did. So, not too worried about it. But I think that symbol was where we need to stand. There was like a, I don't know if you guys saw it, there was like a pink spinning symbol. I was hoping to grab a couple bats. Hey, you guys notice there's no lizards this time? Where they at? Okay, we're gonna try and go this way first. And I don't think this counts, right? It doesn't look like it. It's the bottom of the sphere for sure. Give me that bat. Nice. Okay, cool. Alright, let's cross your fingers, guys, that there's no cyans up here to worry about. It looks like we're okay for now. I know there's probably like a boatload of oranges up in the sphere, because that's where they that's like where their nest is. That's kind of a weird... Hey, my pearl that I dropped is still there, actually. Don't see me. Please don't see me. Alright. I heard a cyan jumping around. Okay, I think we're good. We're gonna eat these berries while we're here. We're good. We're hanging on. No need to panic, I don't think. Not yet, anyway. We'll just back and forth through this pipe till this situation gets resolved. At least it's a down pipe, so I can just keep holding down instead of having to adjust each time. At least they're fighting amongst themselves. That's a plus. Those cyans should knock the others off the edges. I'm gonna take a sip of my tea while I go back and forth through a pipe for 2 minutes. That actually seems to have, almost. Not quite. Okay, so we know one's hanging out at the bottom here. That's a problem for us. We're going to drop this pearl back off. It looks like they're going to leave. These guys move around a lot, so... right now I'm drinking some sort of, like, orange tea. I'll be real with you. It tastes kind of like, orange jello that was just made and not set up yet. But I like it a lot. Okay, so am I supposed to, like, touch that? Oh, no. Drop me. Unhand me. Man, that sucks. I knew he was coming from the top, too. I just didn't know how close he was. I like it, though, even though it tastes kind of like unset up orange jello. Alright, we still got 2 lives. I don't know if I can jump out and hit that thing. That's the problem. I'd have to jump out and grab it and then get it on the, like, grab the pole on the way back in. That might be hard to do. Unless that's just some other sort of unlockable that's, like, unrelated to the Vista, and it just happens to be in the same location, because I've never seen that before. But that's the only thing that makes sense, is that that's what it's talking about. It's a little crazy that you have to grab it, instead of just being on that screen in kind of the right location. I don't know. I feel like to get a good look at the place, I wouldn't need to half jump off the pool. But we'll do it. See if that unlocks it. My favorite tea is probably, man, I don't know. It changes a lot. But I've had to switch to, like, decaf tea more recently. So I'm doing, like, herbal and stuff instead. And, like, there's a lot of good herbal tea that I didn't know was as good as it is. I guess I just like drinking stuff that's flavored. Okay, so the way the karma system works is when you rest, symbol goes up. And it can be different symbols depending on, like, it can be different symbols depending on, like, how you get your karma up. Like, if you go above the regular max 5, there's different ways to do that, and I'm getting too complicated in my explanation, sorry. The fact of the matter is, it goes up when you rest, and when you die, it goes down, unless unless you've consumed, like, a specific flower type thing. This is a bad situation. I was trying to jump over him. I haven't tried the strawberry cheesecake tea, but I've seen it, and I want to try it. But that's all. That's all about how it works. It just goes up under certain circumstances, resting, and it goes down when you die. And if you die in this mode with it at 0, it's game over. And the lowest one is the symbol that looks kind of like a weird upside down 2. There's like a banana chocolate tea that I want to try at some point too. I really want to get out of this spider's grasp. It's still possible. That's why I haven't reset yet. It's unlikely. But if it saves us a life, it's worth doing. I don't know where his den is. He's taken us super far. I don't think we have wiggle out one because we haven't gotten out yet, and we would have if we did. Ah, come on. That's my ticket out. Bite him. Bite him. Oh, they're fighting over me. I think I'm in a different mouth now. I'm gonna wait. I'll wait this whole time. They can fight over me, but if it saves me, it'll be a really cool moment, so. Especially with how long this fight's been going on. I don't have little X's on my eyes, so I'm not dead yet. Sometimes bites, if you haven't played this before, sometimes bites will kill you, and you'll have like a very obvious little X on your face. But they have not killed me yet. I know it's going on sale sometime before the price increase in February. Because their community manager said so. Alright, so this is our last life, the Upside Down 2. This is the lowest it can go. Now, we could prolong this by, like, going back to the thing, eating food and going back to the thing, but I'd rather just try and do it. If we lose, take the L, switch my laundry over, and then come back and start over. Yeah, it's, let me tell you what. Even just the base game, right? The base game, one of my favorite games of all time. I'm being real with you when I say, and full disclosure, like I said, they gave me a copy of the DLC. I emailed and asked, and they gave me one. But this is my legitimate opinion, regardless of if it had been given to me or not. Triples, maybe quadruples, maybe even quintuples the amount of content the base game has. 5 times as much. That's how it feels to me. There's, aside from the fact that there's like, aside from the fact there's all these new modes, challenge mode, this mode, this isn't even challenge mode, this is expedition, which is kind of like a roguelike mode, where it's the same map, but it randomly generates challenges. Even barring that stuff, not counting it, just the 5 new campaigns. The first one took me 14 to 16 hours. The second one I finished tonight took me 17. 2 of the 5 campaigns have taken me that long. Insane amount of content. How hard is it? Ugh. Okay. It's really hard, in my opinion. I think it's a really hard game. Now, they have added a lot of features to make the gameplay more accessible, and I think that's a good thing. But the game does feel weird to control until you get decent at it. Like, honestly, the dude kind of feels like moving through honey, in my opinion. It's real sluggish, it's real weird and awkward. Once you get the hang of it, it looks and feels fine, but it takes a while to get there, to be honest. And there are still, like, the different campaigns take place in, like, different timelines. Oh, shoot. I spit up my neuron. And they're significantly harder than just the base game. Like, the enemies that you're seeing in this, these are like hard mode enemies. I don't think cyan lizards that jump around like that, I don't think those spawn naturally on the base normal difficulty campaign. The red spiders that tranquilize you, those do not spawn. Stuff like that. Like, I am dealing with hard mode enemies here, so that's worth mentioning. Hey, Valdux, I remember you from the other day. How are you doing? But I will say the game is rewarding in its difficulty. So it's pretty forgiving in terms of how it works. It's not like there's like a time limit or anything you have to worry about. It's just, okay, time limit, like total time you can play the game is what I mean. There is like a time limit for each day. After a certain amount of time, it starts to rain, and you have to have enough food and be near a checkpoint for that. But it's like between 9 and 13 minutes on normal difficulty. And honestly, the checkpoints are like 3 to 4 minutes apart on average, in my opinion. Like, if you know where they are. A lot of the fun of this game, and I think this is worth pointing out, because, like, a lot of people will tell you this. A lot of the fun of this game comes from the fact that you are meant to explore the wrong direction, die, and then, now that you know that that's the wrong direction, go the other direction and, you know, like, figure it out from there. It's very, very much about that. And so if you don't go in with that mindset, you might not have as good of a time. And that's worth mentioning. It's kind of meant to be taken like that. Oh. You're supposed to catch yourself on the pool underneath. Okay. Okay. So, that was 44 minutes, and it certainly didn't feel like it. My washer is definitely done. But I'm feeling really good about this now. I think we can do it. I'm really confident. But I am going to go switch my laundry over. So, give me like 5 minutes, let's say. And I will be back. You don't have to stick around. I wouldn't expect people to do that. But if you do stay around, I will be back to give this another shot. Alright, I am back. And now, the reason your video quality might be, doing that is sometimes, like... So, like, this game has a lot of, moments where it just eats bandwidth. When the rain is going, it absolutely eats bandwidth. And I kind of... admittedly... made, like, my be-back screen the rain, and so that kind of eats people's bandwidth too, probably. Like, not people's bandwidth, but YouTube's bandwidth. And so when it tries to display it, I don't know if any of you guys have seen, I think it's Tom Scott. Tom Scott did a really cool video on, like, why videos with, like, a bunch of little pixels moving really fast look so bad. It's really interesting. If you like science-y type stuff, like, that's a pretty cool video to check out. I don't remember the exact reason, because I have trouble paying attention to things like that and retaining the information, but it was cool. I do know that. Hello, how are you doing, Malice B? For everybody who is just checking in. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad it's looking good again. We're doing a challenge in Rain World Downpour. It's like a darkness challenge. So we have to navigate through a couple important places in the map and deliver something at the end of our journey. It's not a particularly long journey, but it has been pretty difficult, and it does have permadeath. We haven't even made it out of the first zone, and it took us like 45 minutes. But to be fair, this zone sucks. I think that's worth noting. This zone is hard. We start in the hardest zone in this, so that's a good thing. If we can get out of this, we're probably set. Unless each of these challenges is, like, tailor-made to have, like, a progressive difficulty, which is a possibility. Yeah, I know. Alright, thanks. There we go. Alright, we've got to grab a neuron here. We had some bad luck with this last time. It took us forever. It's a zero gravity area if you haven't played through this part of the game before, and so those aren't, like, that's not really the norm for this game. Worth noting. That's very, like, one zone. But it's annoying and it's difficult to control. We actually did amazing time right there. That took us, like, 5.5 minutes last time, probably. It took us a while. Oh, you learned from the video. I'm glad it helped you. Oh, wait, I remember. You were here in the stream the other day, and I showed you how to do the backflip. Yes. You're welcome. I recognize your username now. I think it's normal that it's so delayed. I don't have a delay set on it. It just seems to be like the normal delay, unfortunately. I don't know, visually, it's a lot more delayed on the screen than what I'm getting on my cell phone. So, and that's how I'm reading it. I use my cell phone as the chat. So you'll probably hear me reply to a chat message before it shows up on screen. I need to look into fixing it, but like the technical stuff is kind of boring and tedious, and I just haven't done it yet. I'm sure I will eventually. I didn't actually plan on liking streaming, but I've been streaming and I started finding it fun, so I've continued to stream. So I gotta fix some of the technical stuff like that, delayed chat and stuff. my friend, for a while, my friend was trying to talk me into streaming. Like, hey, you should stream. You'd be good at streaming. And I'm like, I don't know, because talking to people makes me nervous. And why do that when I can just make videos? It's the same thing, except I don't have to talk to anybody directly. And then I found out that it's like really hard to talk to yourself for extended periods of time without anybody to bounce back off of. Which I know, okay, I know. It seems kind of obvious, right? But yeah. And like sometimes I do want to sit there for like an hour and talk to myself, just rambling on about something I like. But sometimes I'd like to like have a back and forth with someone. So I'm finding streaming is more fun than I thought it'd be. Less anxiety inducing. Once you've done it a couple times, the anxiety starts to go away. But like that's anything, isn't it? Maybe not like skydiving or something. I'm sure it's still there when you're like skydiving, even for like the 10th time. But I'm talking like average day stuff. I'm trying to get good at the backflip into the roll, but I'm not good at it quite yet. There we go. That was cool. Oh, I do like all sorts of video games. I actually had this conversation, I think in a stream the other day. Mainly the games that I'm playing on stream, I'm finding it easier to stream games that I've already played. Because I'm not really one of those people who, like, for example, rereads books or rewatches movies. I feel like I'm wasting my time, and I'm not judging anybody who does do those things. I don't feel good about myself when I do them. And I feel that way when I play a video game that I've already beaten again. Unless it's like a roguelike. That doesn't count. And so I started doing videos because I really wanted to show my friends this game and replay it, but I couldn't bring myself to like just replay it. So I was like, let me make a video of it and then I can show my friends. But I play all sorts of games by myself too. I've been playing Rain World, like every time I'm not playing it on stream, I'm still just playing it by myself. But recently I bought Skull, the Hero Slayer. I've been wanting to play Skull. I've played a little bit of that. Yeah, that is pretty cool. And you're right, streaming is hard when like nobody's saying anything, but I'll tell you what, the other day I had like 5 conversations going on with 5 different people, and trying to do that and play competently, when I got done, I felt like I had been in like a 5-hour office meeting, or 2-hour office meeting, sorry. I was like, boy, I am wiped. But it was fun. That's not to say it wasn't fun. It was an absolute blast. I had a great time doing it. Yeah, I think the big draw is that it's like TV. I think you're right. The big draw is that it's like TV that you can influence. It's really personable. One thing that I don't like, there's stuff that I try not to do stuff that I don't like, and I gotta be clear again. I'm not judging anybody that does these things. It's just stuff that I don't personally like. I don't like when I go to a stream and somebody like calls me out directly. Like they see that I've joined the stream and they call me out by name and they like ask how I'm doing. Oh, it puts me on the spot. It makes me so nervous. Yeah, like if you do that, that's cool, that's fine. But like I try not to watch streams where people do that. It freaks me out immediately. So I try to keep to the stuff that like I would be comfortable with in a stream. So I try not to like you know, call people out like that in that way. And I try not to, like, ask too many questions of my viewers because, like, I don't know, maybe you're busy. Maybe you're, like, doing your dishes or something. You can't answer right away. Yeah, if you stream Rain World, hit me up. I would love to see your streams, even if I just catch them later. Absolutely. The more people stream in this game, the... What enemy is here? That's weird. That's weird. The enemy notifier has popped up here. And we're getting closer. What in the world? Is there a spider of some sort? Wow. Okay. Anyway, sorry about the distraction there. Yeah, I would watch that. No, I actually use an Xbox controller. It works great on a Steam Deck controller, but like on the Steam Deck itself. But I got a soft spot for my Xbox controller. I didn't used to like. I've always been a Nintendo guy, but some of the decisions they made lately with like hardware stuff, I just wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't thrilled with. So I loved my Switch, but after the Steam Deck came out, I kind of switched over, and I got like an Xbox controller. It took a long time to get used to the B and A and X and Y switch. Yeah, Rain World's one of those games where it's calm until it's not. And then all of a sudden, you're in a life or death struggle. I forgot to turn those off. Sorry, guys. Okay, we're not switching our spawn point until we have stopped by the Vista. That's really important. We learned our lesson last time. Uh-oh. Cool. Well, that's an awfully loud car for 2 in the morning. Hopefully we have avoided trouble here. Wait, they're so smart. The Cyans are just too smart. I wanted the berries. I think they're above our head, but... Oh, wait, no, they're right here. Get out of here. Nice. Cyans are, like... I hate them. Maybe more than reds. At least reds you can avoid easier, but cyans, I don't know. I have a heck of a time with those. I guess it depends on the situation, right? Reds can be worse in some situations, for sure. I like when you pop them with a spear and they start spinning. See, I grew up with PlayStation, so, like, and so did my wife. So, sometimes... like, we'll be talking buttons, and since... Oops. Sometimes we'll be talking buttons, and, like, we'll get mixed up on who's talking about what type of controller, and so we're just like, it's square, or circle, or X, and we're like, oh, okay, that's the one you mean. Pretty funny. I like that a lot. Yeah, I grew up playing, Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. I mean, I had a Super Nintendo too, but Crash Bandicoot was probably my first. Maybe not, because I played a lot of Super Mario World too. I'll tell you what was a good game that people don't talk about much anymore. Actually, I did see Curious Archive's video. I don't think I've seen any other videos by Curious Archive before, and I'm really excited. It's funny that you mentioned that, because, I looked, and, like, on my analytics, like 6% of people coming to my video come from that video. 6%. Maybe 7, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's definitely... Hang on. Sorry about that. It's definitely, like, pretty big number, I would say. I'm really glad that that video got done, because this game deserves more attention. It's got a lot of cool stuff going on. Platformers. So you know a platformer that no one really appreciates anymore? Occasionally you'll see appreciation for it. I think Scott Wozniak, is that his name? Scott the Woz. He did a video on it. I think Gex. Man, I loved Gex growing up. He might like Gex ironically, I don't know. But I liked Gex, like, seriously. Gex is a really good game. I don't know if it holds up. I haven't played it since I was, like, 14. But I liked it at the time a lot. The AI layout. Okay, so you're talking about, are you talking about, like, they did, like, a TED Talk style video at a game conference where they showed how the AI plans its movements and then adjusts its animations accordingly? Is that the video you're talking about? Ooh, that was so close. That video is so cool. I agree. I absolutely love that video. I don't know if I hit him. Uh-oh. You know, we are, like, barely skirting out of danger here. Oh, no. Ah, crap. So, it's not procedurally generated, but they've made mods where it's randomly, like, stitched together. And it's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare to play. I tried it once. The problem is the environments are... You could probably get by doing it with randomly generated enemy placement. But the thing about this game is a lot of the environments are made in a way where they are physically, like, they make sense in the world. In their design and in terms of layout. And part of that, part of the gameplay is, like, knowing the environment and navigating it properly. And so when things stop making sense and you're kind of confused about, like, where to go and where you are, I find it to be a less enjoyable experience, personally. That's just my opinion. I'm sure there's somebody who loves the randomly generated mod. But I would prefer just random enemies, for example. Yeah, the spider AI is crazy. I think what they've done with Expedition mode is a really nice, like, happy medium, where you have the challenges and it starts you in a random location and you can adjust, like, positive and negative situations, you know, like, you can glow so you don't have to worry about the dark, but maybe it's dark, for example. I don't really know what all of them do, so that's just that's what I've got here. But everything else, like, the map is still the same. I think the static map is really important for the game, though. It makes everything feel realistic and three-dimensional. So this is a bit of a spoiler for the DLC, and I want to be clear, I don't know how big of a spoiler, because I have absolutely no idea if it's in the base game or if it's just strictly arena. But they added a gun. You put rocks in it and it shoots rocks. They added a gun. I think it's just a sandbox item for like arena mode with your friends. But they did add it. Ah, come on, man. And the Saint can use it. And it's really funny when that happens. Oh, yeah, I'm dead for sure. Running out of lives. It's really funny watching the Saint with a gun, though. I'm just absolutely done dealing with you. Get out of here. Okay. I think it's based on an older mod called the Spear Gun, but I could be wrong. I've seen that mod in like screenshots, and it looks similar, but still pretty different. Shoot, that was a miss. Out of here. That's a pole plant. Oh, that was so close. We're gonna chill here for a sec. The problem is those yellow orange lizards. They're called yellow in the game. I always think of them as orange because personally to me they're more orange. They coordinate with each other and they really do a number on you. Okay, we know there's trouble on the horizon with this guy. Hopefully he goes back down through. Armor. Scavengers have figured out how to make armor. Interestingly enough. But yeah, you would think they'd make like some sort of little armor or something. Well, you know what? That couldn't have worked out much better. Ah, come on, man. Did that kill us too? That killed us. Crap. Purple lizards? If you're talking about the pink ones, where they kind of shift between like, sometimes they're really obviously pink, sometimes they're basically completely purple, and sometimes they're almost red, which causes some confusion. They just climb poles, that's all. And they're like a lot weaker. Now there's salamanders that are kind of like a dark purple, and I don't think they do anything actually different. Sorry about my throat. I try not to do throat clears, but tea does that to me for some reason. I think they just climb. I'm not saying you're wrong calling them purple. I just call them pink because their like sandbox icon is pink. But most of the time, yeah, they're purple. All right, I'm feeling pretty confident about this this run this time. Uh-oh. Less confident. Less confident now. There, that's what you get. There's a couple that shoot at you. There is the red one shoots spit at you. That is true. But also there's a new one that people call... I've seen it called the butterscotch lizard, but I think that depends. And it shoots spit at you too. Really, man? I gotta be able to get out of the grasp here. Boy, that sucks. This is a hard challenge. The butterscotch one shoots at you too. There was one in a mod I played too that also spit at you. Actually, there were a couple. I think. One spit like more of a watery spray that kind of just knocked you back. And that was pretty cool. I think it was the Hanging Gardens mod. Alright, that should be our ticket out of here. I think this is working. Uh-oh. Alright, well, I don't think he saw us. Personally, I think prayer for surviving an attack against a cyan lizard, personally, I think prayer is a good first option. No, really, I don't know, honestly. I try to get a body shot. They're really cowardly. So usually if you can get a body shot off on them, they will run and then you can escape. But that's like the best option, really. Oh, come on, man. I didn't even get tranked. He just got me. That sucks. Their bite isn't 100% fatal. So you can end up in their mouth and still be fine if you get, like, if it gets in a fight with something else. Or if it slams its body into something hard enough. And they do get into fights pretty often. And they do slam into things pretty often. So that's worth noting too. But you can get out of that situation. It's just not easy. And it's pretty luck-based. If you have something in your hands at all times, trying to have something always in your hands, like right there, it lets you throw something at them to escape. Because you have a very, very brief moment where you can throw something while you're in their jaws. And it will stun them and boot you out of the jaws for just a second. I don't think he saw me. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, cool. So trying to always have something in your hand is the #1 way to avoid a lizard attack, honestly. We're on our last life, I think. Yeah. There's that spider. But he's not going to be a problem. Because he's right on that ledge. I actually was hoping to knock him off that ledge. But we're going to leave him be because he seems focused on something else at the moment. I don't see the white lizard that's normally here. I see him. Nice. That was a good play. There's a spear up ahead, I think? No. It's so hard to see. It definitely adds a lot of difficulty, the darkness. The good news is both cyans are up top, I think? Nope. There's one. Okay, he fell though, so that's promising. Oh no! This is bad news. Come on, man. That sucks. I'll give it one more try. I'm sorry you'll have to sit through me going to the echo again. That's kind of the worst part, but like honestly, it's a lot better. That's like the time was almost identical. Did you see that? Honestly, going back and forth to the echo is a lot better than going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth just for one life at a time. That would be insane to do. That would waste so much of everybody's time. It's better to just take like the extra 5 minutes in the beginning here. You know, we could eat this neuron and glow right away. And then go into, it doesn't say deliver the neuron, just deliver a neuron. So we'll do one more round. And then after I'm done with this, I got a new video for everybody who watches in the afternoon tomorrow. Unfortunately, streams after you've done them, I guess for me, while I'm doing them too, probably, but just in general, streams seem to get less views overall than like the regular episodic videos. But I do have a couple people who I know really like the streams, and the streams are fun. So, and it's fun hanging out with you all. So it's not about the views, right? It's about the fun factor, and personally, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth like the diminished views of, because it's still a video. People are still seeing it. It's not a big deal. The Marine, a slug cat that exclusively uses the rock rifle. The Marine. He's got like a little, like a riot get up. Well, that's fair, because they're so much longer, right? And they're not split up, usually. It's just straight to video. So it's like a 2-hour-long video. One of the reasons I started making videos, too, is a lot of the times I like to go to sleep watching, like, a really long video. And I'm trying to leave. I like watching like a really long video to go to sleep to. And so I really don't like the people who are kind of like, you know, yelling and kind of obnoxious. I'm not into that. And that's kind of the the type of stream I want to do, is like a video that people will be able to fall asleep watching and not have to worry that like I'm gonna start yelling. I like to keep like a pretty normal, natural volume level. Cause like there's some videos, some content creators I really like that I would love to watch their videos when I go to bed, but their volume is, I'm not gonna like call them out because I like their content. It's not, you know, it's not a bad thing necessarily. It's just, it's daytime content, right? Their volume fluctuates so much that like I can't watch them when I'm trying to go to bed because it just all of a sudden it'll get so loud. So I try to keep a pretty even tone and volume. Sometimes I get a little passionate about certain stuff, like when I was talking about the difficulty of the game earlier and like the exploration aspects. I probably got a little louder there, but I'm mostly talking about yelling. Like, I'll just come out and I'm mostly talking about the dudes who just yell. Like, I don't know. I'm not into that. I like their content, but Yelling. How don't you peak your mic when you yell like that? I peak my mic when I look at it funny. I have a good mic. I got like a... because I do music stuff. Not particularly well, but I really like making music and stuff. And so I have like a pretty good microphone. And it's sensitive. I don't know how they yell and don't like destroy their audio. I really don't get it. I'll tell you what takes talent. That takes talent. That if you didn't catch it, that was our extra neuron. Don't worry. We have one in our belly too. Not that it matters. We have to see the echo first. Sorry I ranted for like 4 minutes about people who yell on stream. Sometimes I go off on tangents. I've been told that's a good quality in streaming, so I try not to think about it too much. But sometimes they can last a little too long, probably. So... Alright, this is the worst part of the video, where we just have to do this quick trek to the echo twice. I don't think that's much faster. The Marine. I do like that idea. That's pretty funny. Somebody's probably going to mod that in. I heard they're doing... And I don't know how true this is, because, like, I haven't actually seen it in a document. I'm sure it's in a document. It's just not something I've seen. I heard they're doing workshop support. I don't know if this is true, but I hope it's true. I really... This game would absolutely benefit so much from workshop. Because right now, the mods stuff, not easy to do necessarily. So the workshop support, that's going to be awesome. Is there any way to skip this? I'm excited for workshop support. if that's true and if that's coming. I don't want to spread it misinformation, so you'll have to double check that yourself. But that I have heard that floating around. So I think it's true. Specifically workshop support. Okay, thank you for confirming that for me. I don't think an in-game mod browser is on the books, but I mean, I'm not gonna count it out. I haven't heard anything. Awesome. I'm super excited for that then. Workshop support's going to be great for this game. Workshop's great for any game. I play a lot of Project Zomboid. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Project Zomboid. I feel like Zomboid would really, really fit my streaming and game style. And I feel like Zomboid would also fit my audience. So, yeah, if you guys would like to see some Zomboid, let me know. Because I have no problem doing Zomboid. I love Zomboid. I actually wanted to do like a series with my buddy. But, if I do Zomboid, in fact, I've thought about this. I don't want to make any promises, because if I don't deliver, I don't want to be held accountable for not delivering. So I'm not going to make any promises. But I have considered, if I do Zomboid streams / videos, and it's popular enough with my fan base and subscribers and gets me more subscribers and stuff, and they like it, I have considered a Zomboid server that I would run through I would pay for and run through a server hosting service, and then everyone would actually be able to play in the Zomboid server, and like I would do streams or record videos from the server. That's kind of good to know, actually. It's hard to know exactly, like, you know, what everybody wants to see. So I try to keep a good balance of streams and videos right now, because I'm noticing a lot of my subscribers are coming from streams too. Like, not a crazy amount, but like a pretty good amount are coming from streams and stuff. So I would like to continue to do streams. But I'm going to be real with you. I don't really have any intention of being the kind of person who makes a stream schedule and like, hey, I'm streaming every Friday and I got a stream scheduled. Like, I'm very much I'm going to stream tonight because I feel like streaming tonight kind of guy. I fully intend to... I'm just being authentic with you. I fully intend to keep it that way. I have no intentions of doing like schedules and stuff. But I will, like, I'm not against like saying, hey, I plan to stream like Saturday afternoon or something like this. I just don't, I'm not making like a schedule of like a week-long plan of streams and stuff like that. That's just not me, you know? But I like streaming, I'm having fun doing it, and I plan on continuing to do streams like this, where they're kind of on a whim, or you can watch them, like, at a different time, and stuff like that. And that could change. I just don't see it changing. That could change. If I, like, all of a sudden I got, like, tons of people are watching me stream and they love watching me stream and they're like, hey, you gotta like do this more and set a schedule, then that's a possibility. I'm not going to rule it out, I guess. It's just not really me personally, so I don't see it being the norm. It would take a drastic change basically for that to be like the new, because right now my goal is mostly like just kind of like, you know, have an audience that likes to watch my stuff. And the one thing I really like is like the community aspect, right? I did a poll where I asked my subscribers, do you guys want to watch, you know, Downpour content exclusively right now? Should I focus on Downpour content, or should I continue to do like my other Let's Plays and stuff right now? And it was like overwhelmingly Downpour content, but like the number of votes was like 1/3 of my subscriber base. It's a huge number of votes. And like that's what I'm about. I like that. I like the idea of the community. You know, I like the idea that I can ask you guys, what do you want to see? And you tell me, and then that's something I can try to make happen. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a stream watcher either, really. I don't know what a super chat is. I've gone this whole time not knowing what a super chat is. Is that like where you pay to send a message that like pops up bigger, basically? Is that what a super chat is? And like I get it when you've got like such a big fan base that people are talking non-stop, and okay, and like that's like I get it that's like It's probably all you can reply to at that point, but still. I'd rather have, like, a community that, like, I can talk to, like I'm doing right now, than, like, 600 people talking at once. That's just not... That just doesn't interest me quite the same way. I would like that attention. Like, that would be great for, like, numbers and stuff, but I can't imagine... That would be exhausting to try and keep up with, too. Okay, we're going to try and see if we can't lure them up here a little bit. And we're going to do a roll jump. Oh, no, I really fumbled that. Okay, we have to get this. I think we can. Oh, are you serious? We were so close that time. See, like, that's a... Would I prefer to stay a small streamer? See, like, that's a hard question, right? Because being a big streamer comes with probably, like, a lot of money. But, again... I'm not really doing it for that sort of thing. I'm doing it because it's fun to do. And so, I don't know. I would like to be a bigger YouTuber. I can tell you that. I would prefer to stay a small streamer, but I would like to be a big YouTuber. Because I like when big number go up. I like when people see my video. And I really like responding to a bunch of comments. I think that's fun. And so I definitely like that. But in terms of like a stream, I don't think I could manage it. I think it's too much. I think it would be hard. Big number go up is... We can't discredit how big of a motivation that is for a lot of people. It's cool. Okay. We've got this. I firmly believe that we can complete this run. We haven't left the first area. Oh, my thing says there's 7. Now it says there's 8. I don't know how many people were watching it. I don't know. I'm glad they're here, however many there are. Good, wounded him. That's the thing, if you can wound them, it does make the situations involving them a little easier, usually. Oh, it says there's 8 viewers. And I don't mind people lurking. Like, I think that's cool. Not everybody wants to talk all the time. That's kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier, too. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I got like 7 people here. Okay. Didn't realize that. Yeah, I'm pretty new to the whole thing in general. Okay, that guy's done. He's gone. No, I rolled. Ah, shoot. Okay. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. We're getting better. Like, that's embarrassing. Okay. On average, we're getting better at this section, is what I was trying to say. I always roll at that section, unfortunately. What are you doing, dude? Make a decision. Uh-oh. There. I am done dealing with these cyans. Get out of here. We have 4 lives left. We had a lot. We had like 7. We're really close. We got it and died earlier, if you want to count that. We really haven't left the first zone, honestly, guys. It's particularly a difficult one. Okay. But I can feel it. We're getting close. There's usually a white lizard down here. He's not there, so that's interesting. There's our cyan for down here. There's 2 down here no matter what, I think, regardless of the one up top. I suspect he's going to rocket up on this ledge. I could be dead wrong and he's coming in this hole here, but I don't know for sure. Okay, I think we're good. He's seen us. Okay. They know, like, in general where we are. Because he's seen us now, too. I say we go inside here. We're playing it real safe this time. Aha. Darn it, I missed. Okay, we got 2 spears left. We're gonna use one more. Just to try and ping one. If we can. If we can hit it, like, dead in the mouth, we'll do... Ah, crap. Alright, never mind. I'm terrible at that, slide throw. They're gonna keep coming the same path. That was not what I expected to happen there. Okay. Okay, hang on here. Oh, that was a fall if I've ever seen one. But I think they've lost us, technically. I can't look at chat quite yet. Okay, I should be able to now. There's like a ton of observers for some reason. They're definitely not happy. I suspect they're going to try and come down this way. Get out of here, man. I'm not dealing with this again. Alright, I popped him. I think we can... I don't think he's going to drop. If we could drop him into, like, the bottomless section, we'd be in much better shape. But they are unfortunately smart enough to be coming up the backside too. I think. How are we doing on our rain timer? I guess it doesn't matter much. Yeah, that video, that Curiosity Archive video, really brought a lot of viewers. I don't think this is a smart decision. I think it's smart to go down. But then there's all those yellows down there. Nice. Juked him. No. Get lost. Whew. Okay. So here's what we gotta do. We did it. Now we just have to get to safety. This is the hard part. Oh man, this is tense. We have enough food? Yes, we have enough food. We just have to get to safety. Now there's a drop wig somewhere around here. We have to be mindful above our heads. Because we don't know for sure where he is. But usually it's easy enough to tell. Okay, I thought maybe that spear was one he put there. Sorry, I was really focused on getting that since we've been trying for like 2 hours. I think we're good. Okay, cool. We're good. We have made it back to safety, which means we have achieved one of our conditions. Phew. That was hard. Hopefully that was the hardest part. I think it was the hardest part. I appreciate you liking the stream, by the way. I think likes do something. I think they help. I don't know for sure. But, okay, so since you asked earlier, oh, the pun was, it was a really bad pun. It was, we'll see if we can finish it. We'll see, because it's a dark one, we can't see. Very bad pun. So you see the symbol in the bottom left, that's the survivor symbol. The first 5 are always the same. That's the survivor symbol, and that means we're level 5 karma, which means we have 5 lives. We technically have, like, space, let's call it, for 7 lives, because we have 2 symbols above that we can get. They go up when we rest. So we have 5 lives. We are going to come up here and grab this popcorn. I'm sorry about the quality for you. I don't know why it's acting up. It could be my end, for all I know. Okay, we are in Chimney Canopy. And we are going to activate... There's another thing we can talk to here, letting you know, since you've been curious about this. There's another thing here that we can talk to that will raise our maximum lives by another 2, and also put us at maximum, but we have to go talk to it twice. It's the same type of thing. It's called an echo. It's the same type of thing that we talked to up at the top of the wall. Oh, okay. Ah. Well, hopefully, if you do want to see like certain key moments, it will be saved as like a thing you can come back and look at later. I put all my videos, I put all my streams as videos. Welcome to Chimney Canopy, by the way. Our first time leaving the other region, the wall. Very glad to be somewhere else. But also pretty tough region. Okay, so the echo is at the top here, if I'm correct. I always get it mixed up. Also, I'm surprised we don't have any vultures. We haven't seen any enemies, in fact, since we've been here. Knock on wood. I mean, I don't want to see any, but... That's a hard jump for me. I always struggle with that. Alright, we should have to visit this area twice. How do I get up here? What is going on? Is it blocked off? Oh, interesting. Oh, no, it's just... It looks weird because of the black and white. I don't remember what the name of the expedition is called, but it's the... So there's like 8, right? They're the missions at the top of the challenges, like, menu. And it's the one for the survivor. But I couldn't tell you the exact name, unfortunately. No. Oh. That sucked. Alright, we're not going to worry about the echo. Probably going to regret that, but... maybe we should worry about the echo. That's a tough call. Because, like, extra lives, right? But also... Ugh. You have to actually get there, too. We'll try again for the echo. Just to be safe, we'll try one more time. I mean, we spent, like, 2 hours on the other place. We might as well try. I don't know what the reward for this is, actually. But it's got a reward. I mean, they all have rewards. That's kind of redundant to say, but... Okay. Yeah, if you lose all your lives and die, you completely start over. It's pretty unforgiving. I'm thinking the rest of this will be a lot easier going forward, because we really don't have, like, too much. I know, like, menu-wise, it looks like we have a lot left to do. Really, though, it's not terribly hard stuff. Yeah, I'm a vulture. I'm not looking forward to dying again. It's definitely coming down. It shouldn't be a king, but I guess we can't rule a king vulture out because... Yep, it saw me. We can't rule a king vulture out because it's had hard mode enemies so far. Okay, it seems to have gone away. I'll take the risk. Cool. Oh, thank you. I will need a lot of luck, that's for sure. Okay, let's try this again. Ugh, I just saw that vulture go. Let's go back down for a sec just to make sure he actually leaves. I don't think he is. Okay, I think he's gone. I don't know if we jumped from the top or the bottom last time, but I think the bottom's actually an easier jump. Whew. Alright. Whew. Uh-oh. Again, so soon. Hate vultures. Especially in the dark. But the good news is it hasn't been kings yet, so that's a plus. But there are 2 of them. Great. Okay. 3? 3 vultures. Wow. Boy, they are aggressive, too. The red dots at the bottom of the screen are, so basically the music starts to ramp up as enemies get close, but it can be kind of hard to hear with, talking pretty consistently and, like, other background noise, especially since I have the volume of the game set kind of low. So it's a new accessibility feature in the, remix mode that lets you turn on a visual indicator of the music, basically, so you know how it's like enemy radar, basically. Since it already exists in the music, it's basically just a nice accessibility feature. I actually really like it a lot. I use it a lot in bed on my Steam Deck because I don't like to have the volume very loud while I'm because you know my wife's probably asleep when I'm doing that. Whew, we did it. I really hope we don't have to make this jump twice, but I think we do. Also, we're not max karma, and that might matter. If he's not here, I'm not worrying about it, though. Yep, not here. We'd have to be max karma. That's unfortunate. Someone explained exactly how that works to me the other day, but I thought it was worth a shot. Yes, when the music is really calm. Now, there is an exception to this, and that is sometimes there is just like background music. But specifically, yeah, usually the music acting up is when there's an enemy around. I am, thank you. I've been married, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, I think. Oh, we're full. Oh, cool. Yeah, right, because the popcorn. Yes, I have a wife. She's cool. I love her very much. She's been playing this with me, too. We were debating doing a co-op thing together. She is not very good at all. And so it makes it pretty entertaining. But admittedly can verge a little on frustrating, depending. For her, you know. She sometimes she'll get frustrated with certain areas because it's a frustrating game, and so that we've been debating on actually doing a video series, like a multiplayer one. Boy, there's a lot of traffic going through here suddenly. I love popcorn. Absolutely love popcorn. What kind of... Hang on, let's have a discourse about this, right? What kind of popcorn don't you like? Do you not like microwave popcorn, but you like movie theater popcorn, for example? Oh, that's right, I did mention her when I was talking about PlayStation controllers. Because there's different types of popcorn. And the reason I've turned this into a bigger discussion about popcorn is specifically because... Hang on. This situation got a little real for me. Oh, thank God there was a second screen there. I had no idea there was a National Popcorn Day, but I suppose it makes sense. There's a day for everything. the reason I mention that is that, like, we can acknowledge, right, that there's different kinds of popcorn. Microwave popcorn, okay, that's fair. So I can agree with that. The smell is kind of weird. The reason why I turned this into a deeper conversation about popcorn specifically is because I have a special type of popcorn popper called a whirly pop, where it's like a stovetop thing, and you put like unpopped popcorn in it and you spin it and it pops it fresh, and it tastes just like from the movie theater. And so if you don't like, you know, if you didn't like specifically bag popcorn, I was going to be like, yeah, bag popcorn's terrible. You should try a whirly pop. But if it's the smell, that doesn't really solve your issue. But if you do like popcorn already, try a whirly pop. It tastes like from the movie theater. Especially if you get like that drizzle on butter. Like, you can put that on bag popcorn. They tell you it tastes like theater popcorn. It doesn't. But out of this thing, they're like 20 bucks. They're not super expensive, really. In terms of like specialized kitchen utensil, they're not particularly expensive. $20, I think, for a special pot, you know, that's not that bad. We're gonna grind up our lives because we have like a really good opportunity here. If we come back in, there's a popcorn plant out front, and if we eat that, we can go through the gate and rest in the industrial complex and be absolutely good to go. Oh man, food false advertising. Yeah, don't get me started on food false advertising. Also, like, I'm not gonna get like like too into it, right? But like, I'm pretty sure like bag popcorn, pretty bad chemicals in there. Like, it's preserved with like pretty bad chemicals for you long term. I know like working in a popcorn factory can give you some serious issues, so I can't imagine eating it all the time is good for you either. We have to find a spear. There's one up there, but we can't reach it. Now, speaking of like the worst version of foods, I will die on this hill. Instant mashed potatoes are delicious. Bag popcorn, thumbs down. Instant mashed potatoes, delicious. I love that stuff. You add water and then you eat it. What's not to love? That's fair. Now that I've gotten a closer look at that chat message, I did not know that that the ice cream was mashed potatoes. That's crazy. And usually for the instant potatoes, I do the really good brand. They're like Idaho's Best or something. Something like that. Oh, stuffing. Man, you guys are making me hungry. Stuffing's so good. We're just waiting on the vultures to leave, by the way. That was all. Hopefully. Now there's a lizard. I just really want to eat my popcorn. I had some of the, again, those instant mashed potatoes, but they were like the loaded potato kind. Really good. I thought he was going after the lizard. Oh yeah, that was a cool maneuver. They were like the loaded instant potato kind, where they've got like little bacon bits and everything, and I put gravy with those. Bad decision. If you haven't done that, don't do that. It wasn't very good. Carrots, oh man, carrots and gravy, especially if you've been making carrots in like a beef roast in the oven all day. And not in the crock pot either, like in the oven. So they get like the part of the carrot that's like above the liquid gets like wrinkly and cooked a little bit. That's good stuff. I'm gonna have to eat something when I get done streaming before I go to bed. Okay, there's a shelter right through here. It pays to know the map pretty well. So we have 2 places left to go. Favorite apple? I like a sour apple. I like a sour apple. I can't tell you the name, but I had an apple the other month. The other month that was really good. It was... Oh, man. I don't think it was a brandy wine, but it might have been a brandy wine. It was a good apple. Granny Smith's I like. I like Granny Smith's. Wow, right there, dude. See, I can't get behind Red Delicious. They just feel like kind of styrofoamy to me. It was a Honey Crisp, maybe. I don't know. All the names blend together. I know I liked the brandy wine, but it might have been a Honey Crisp. I think I had a Pink Lady, and that was pretty good. That sounds like an apple. Atomic Fireballs. Are those like those cinnamon things? Those are those cinnamon candy, right? Yeah, we paid like a buttload of money for those apples. And they were like a pick your own thing, but it was like an event for my mother-in-law. And so it was more about the event than about the apples, but they were expensive apples. Yeah. See, now that I've got my footing and I'm here, I have a lot more control about what's going on. I do not like, so talk about stuff we don't like. I don't really like cinnamon very much in certain contexts. And so I really don't like those candy. But I really like chai tea with cinnamon on it. And I like cinnamon and apple stuff. Not cinnamon and apple tea for some reason. I don't really like apple teas. It feels weird to me. But but I do not like straight cinnamon stuff like that. Cinnamon gum, cinnamon jelly beans. I don't know why. I hope he's all right. I don't think we can even get up here. Not that way, anyway. Oof. Alright, looks like we are taking this section. We're getting further from a vista, though. That's for sure. They all stopped moving. Oh, he's dead. They zapped him. That's why he stopped moving. When you get back, I'll tell you a story about my cat. It's a pretty interesting story. Okay. What is over there? I will read that Apple ranking thing in just a moment once I'm safe. Tell me how it goes. The Rivulet Expedition. Sweet Tango. Sweet Tango? Huh. I haven't had it before. I'll have to look into it. Where does it say it's grown? Ooh. All right. Looks like we're going the long way. We might not be going the long way if he's going the long way. But it doesn't... Make your mind up, dude. All right. Up. So up is to the garbage wastes. We don't want to go up. We want to go left first. Oh. Okay, cool. I might grab those mushrooms on the way back through to the garbage wastes. I think they'll be useful. Where is this guy going? Nowhere, apparently. How are we on food? We're full? Good, good. Minnesota. Okay, I could probably get those. Alright, we're gonna burn this. Send them scattering. Okay. Back through. Yeah, those, I could probably get those close enough to me. I'm an Ohio person, so. Ohio is... we're talking about apples. Okay, we're going to rest here. Because I think we're close to the vista. I could be going completely the wrong way, but I have no way of knowing, so. Oh, no. So, now that you're back, I got a funny story about my cat. Well, okay, it's maybe not funny in hindsight. It's funny, but at the time it was very scary. So, my cat was getting sick, right? And this is a little bit of a gross story. So if you're squeamish, I'm warning you ahead of time. But I'm not going to tell it in a gross way, I promise. So, my cat started acting funny. He was getting, like, sick. He got, like, sick several times in the same day. Like, too many times for normal, you know. Probably shouldn't have popped that, but whatever. So we were keeping an eye on him. I think it was like a Sunday, so we were going to take him to the vet the next day. He wasn't, like, acting super weird, so it wasn't like we're very careful with our pets and making sure they get to the doctor. I don't want to imply that we're people who wait until the last minute to take them to the vet. That's not really how we roll. My dog right now has some kidney problems going on, and we're like really, really doing everything we can to make sure he's taken care of. So we're cautious with this sort of thing, but we just, like, he wasn't acting that weird. So then, like, he's been acting weird that day. And my wife had her friend over, and they were like, hey, he's acting a little weird. Just not weird enough to emergency room vet, but weird enough. And so I said, well, I'll stay up late and keep an eye on him. I'm always up late anyway, right? We talked about this. And so I'm staying up, and he's like, he gets sick again, and I'm starting to get worried because, I don't know, now he's starting to not act right, and it's like 2 in the morning. And so I'm sleeping in my chair because I want to keep a good eye on him. This is not the Vista, unfortunately. I'm sleeping in my chair because I want to keep a good close eye on him. And he starts getting sick and it wakes me up. I hear him. And I go over, and all of a sudden, when he gets sick, out of his mouth comes the end of a string. I'm like, oh, shoot. He ate a shoelace. And I didn't have time to think. I know you're not... Traditionally, you're not supposed to do this. If this happens to you, don't do what I did. But I didn't think. I just did it, right? I snatched it. I snatched the string. And I didn't yank. Because that can be even worse, right? I did not pull on the string. But I held it as he, like, situated himself and backed up a whole bunch. And impaled my hand at one point with his claws. And this was a full, like, 3-foot shoelace that I saved my cat from. And boy, yeah, see, that's what you're supposed to do normally. But it just happened so fast that I wasn't thinking, and I grabbed it. Now, we took him to the vet the next day, to be clear. We weren't just like, oh, cool, he's fine now. We took him to the vet the next day, and the vet was like, you would not have been able to do that if it was far, like, she was like, it had, like, little plastic end caps, and she said, that I wouldn't have been able to pull it out that way if, with the plastic end caps, if it was far enough down to, like, cause damage or anything, in her opinion. And so, she said she wasn't worried about it. She said we could x-ray him, but she's not worried about it. And this is my vet is a very cautious vet already, so I took her word for it. But, yeah, it was very scary. It was very scary. He's fine. Normally he's screaming, by now, but he must be asleep in my chair tonight. Okay, this is also not the Vista. Where in the world is the Vista for the industrial complex? Wait a minute. That was a little weird. Let's double check up here where this pearl is. Yeah, it was very scary though. So I don't know, it was just an interesting story. Yeah. That too. Okay, nothing there. Looks like we are headed back kind of towards where we came a little. Ah, shoot. Okay. Okay, so can you guys think of anywhere in the industrial plant, the industrial complex, that would be the Vista point? Because I can't. We passed by, like, the shaded Citadel area. We didn't actually pop into that doorway, so I guess it could be in there, maybe, but it seems unlikely. You know, the bridge. Seems unlikely. I'm trying to think of anywhere here that overlooks anything else. Yeah, it beats me too, honestly. We've been through a lot of the zones so far. Now, there is somewhere that connects to a new area called the, Pipe Yard, I think? But I don't know where that is. And I think it's underground where it connects, so. Yeah, it's gotta be somewhere presumably up high. It wasn't where we came in at. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You've been here a while. Have a good night. Let me know if you do streams. Ah, come on, man. Let's try that again. Okay. We are... there. We haven't ran into much trouble here, so it was like I thought, and it is a lot easier. Down here. Wait, did that flash red? Boy, I hope it didn't. No, I don't know what was up with that. We haven't gotten the message either. Where it messages you, like, that a vista is nearby. Oh, I thought the little gate flashed red. Okay, this is where the vulture just killed us a minute ago. So it's not there. See, on a lot of the new campaigns, this room has a red lizard in it. We're in a little bit of a worse situation now. There we go. Whew. I'll take the loss of the spear. I don't care that much. So this leads to where we were earlier. Shaded Citadel kind of area. We've been here. So we're going to try going up. Kind of where he's blocking us. But I think we need a spear to stick in that wall. So far, my favorite campaign... I think it's going to be on top of one of the Spire things, yeah. So far, my favorite campaign is probably... I'm not very far in it, so it could change, but so far, the Rivulet, I think. I really like all the new underwater zones and navigating them. I think it's really cool. We know that it's like an actual symbol and that it will tell us when it's nearby. So it's not going to be like a guessing game once we have like the idea of where it's at. This is just... we've been here. Okay. Well, let's rest here since we're back up at the top. Most annoying lizard... I think it's probably cyans, honestly. I think they're the worst. I think they're the worst because they're so unpredictable. Like, you know when you see a red lizard, even though it's the hardest, it's the fastest, it's the strongest, it's going to beeline for you. It's going to target you, and it's going to come straight for you. But the cyans, they're so chaotic, you never know. They could, like, jump in a zigzag and then take you out. So the fact that you can't predict them as easily makes them the most annoying, I think. That or just jumping down on a white you didn't know was there. We're checking... I know this seems a bit stupid. But we're checking up here. Because... we were up here earlier, and I didn't see anything. But it's like the highest area I can think of. Yeah, it's not here. Okay. I guess that means the next step is to check to the right. I think there's actually one more place we didn't... Ah, shoot. Well, that's okay. We just got a 1-up. Oh, yeah, you wouldn't be able to see this at all. Yeah, when I first started this challenge, I didn't... How what? I didn't think it would be, like, bright enough. I thought it would be like way too dark to do a video on. And then I was like, I'm gonna do it anyway. Whatever. Well, there goes my spear. Okay, so we know we can't go down from here. And we've been up from here. I feel like we've been, like, everywhere. I'm gonna have to pull up the map at this point, honestly. And see where up high we haven't been yet. Oh man, you've been watching it without dark mode? Okay, it's gotta be here, right? It's the only place that makes sense. It's the only place even comparable. We're going back. Actually, there was one more place I wanted to check before I went there. Just because it's so unclear. I think we should be able to get there. I did do that without thinking at first, but I noticed it at some point, and then I kept doing it. Sometimes I feel bad about doing it when I, like, make, like, a really bad mistake, so I try and make sure that I'm like, oh man, I really messed up there. Next time we'll have to. I have noticed that, though. I think it's funny that somebody else noticed it. Oh, good news. It's just a matter of how we get up there, I guess. Okay, check this out. Boom. Get a load of that. That's a cool move. And I nailed it first try, so I don't feel dumb. Alright, finally, some forward progress. We have a lot of time left on this day, too. So, so here's the question. We can cut out a lot of the hard part of Shoreline if we go through the Shaded Citadel. The problem is, it's the Shaded Citadel, and it sucks. I'm better at the garbage wastes. We don't know if there's red spiders in the Shaded Citadel. It could be really bad. But we cut out the worst parts of Shoreline if we do it. So I say we do it. We at least try. If we can't try, we'll go back out. I'm not sleeping till I win either. Unless I lose, then you should go to bed. I really hope I win, though. Hopefully I don't lose because of this dumb mistake. I think Garbage Waste has a lot more opportunity for stuff to go wrong because it's a lot bigger of a trek. But I would like to grab a piece of food and go back. Or actually, there's one coming up we can rest at. The one problem I have is I'm not sure for sure. And I think it's pretty obvious where it is, but I'm not 100% sure where the shaded, no, where the shoreline vista is. Vista. Oh man, that probably took forever. Yeah, I always forget that you have to hold down when you do the move. And so I, like, send him forward. I'm not seeing anything terribly threatening yet, knock on wood. And we are lit up. That's an important distinction. Okay, I don't have a pearl to give them. They don't seem friendly enough. Probably better to go this way if they're not super friendly too, because we don't have to worry about the toll. Honestly, I'm sick of everything being completely dark too. It kind of gives us like a little bit of a better situation here because it's already dark. But yeah, I'm ready for this challenge to be over. Fortunately, we are making really good progress through Shaded. Sure, I'll check it out. I'll screenshot this real fast so that I can check it out later. There we go. I'll give them a view and a comment. All right. If we keep going forward, we should be able to make it through here in one pass. And we don't have to go all the way back. That was another problem with garbage waste, is we'd have to go all the way back. Oh, so where we're trying to go is we have to go to Shoreline and reach the Vista Point and deliver a neuron to Moon. And then we win this mission. So we're really close. The hard part is like over. The hard part, in theory, the hard part is the wall and getting to the Vista Point there. Okay, we're good. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys. Like, you guys are... Don't fool yourselves. You guys are doing a lot of the work here. Having the conversation. Oh, we don't have... So, we don't have to get the neuron. Fortunately. We have the neuron. How's the, how is the Rivulet gameplay going? I'm sorry that happened. That'll happen to me sometimes where I've got, like, cool stuff happening, and then, like, inevitably, when I'm recording, something will go wrong. Yeah, fortunately, it starts us... I always get mixed up here. It starts us with the neuron at the top of 5 pebbles, and we have to work our way down in the dark. That's what the challenge is. We're gonna eat this slime mold. And then I know where to go from here, fortunately. You wouldn't think this challenge would be as hard as it is, but it's been absolutely brutal. But the worst part has been the part at the top of the wall. Grimble, I'll check out your videos when I get done. Well, maybe not tonight. Tonight I'm going to bed, but... I will do an apple taste test, if I remember, just for you. I'll even screenshot this too, so I remember. I know we did that with... Well, okay, so we intended to do that. when we got all those apples, but then we ended up not doing it. And that's the end of that story. We ended up not doing it. Okay. I call them pink lizards. But I call the yellow lizards orange lizards, so I'm not really the most reliable for that sort of thing. I just call them pink. So I think I call them pink and orange because that's the color the tunnel flashes. It doesn't flash yellow, in my opinion. Okay, we're getting close. Any other crazy pet stories? Not really. Most of the time, my dog is just, like, dumb. He's a Pomeranian, so he does, like, a lot of dumb stuff, but not, like, anything remarkable. Yeah, people call them yellow lizards. I've seen it a lot recently. Okay. We're at the home stretch here. Whew. Always get nervous going under those because I've been jumped so many times. We could get the echo, but I'm not going to. I always hate this jump. It's especially hard with how dark it is. I've seen it, okay, so let me rephrase that. I've seen it a lot in the Discord, specifically, and on Reddit lately. I've been really active on the Rain World subreddit the last couple weeks. I'm telling you guys, it was that Curiosity Archive video that did it. It's gotta be. Because that got, like, tons of views. The lore is very interesting. You know, it's funny, my first time through the game, I never actually paid any attention at all to the lore. Like, okay, I paid, like, a little attention because I was confused as to what was happening. But, like, I didn't pay super duper attention to, like, the pearls and all the details. And now that there's a collection screen where you can go and you can read the pearls, I have this incessant need to get all of them. I have to get all of them. It's going to make me hate the game. I know it's going to make me hate the game, but I'm going to have to get all of them. Hi, Hornet. How are you doing? I see you're a fellow Hollow Knight fan. I got to get back to my Let's Play on that soon. I've been wanting to play some more. I love Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is so good. If you like Rain World, it's not very similar. But if you like good games, do yourself a favor and play Hollow Knight. It's so good. All right. We're in the final stretch now, boys. I'm worried Shoreline will be worse. I think we stop by Moon first. You know, I don't know if Rain World is supposed to be, like, alternate universe or not. Or, like, just kind of an alien world. My buddy and I were talking about that the other day, actually. Because he was doing a stream and he invited me along to do the co-op. I said I would play with him. He said, is this a human world? And I'm like, you know, maybe? Yeah, Hollow Knight is an amazing game. I don't think a lot of people would put Rain World on the same level as Hollow Knight. I think it belongs there, personally. I'm very excited for eventually Silksong, eventually I know they're taking their time with it, and it'll be beautiful, but eventually... Oh, definitely future. Rain World definitely has to take place in the future, just because, like, the like, weird robots and stuff. And, like, the industrialization stuff. I like, it's got, like, a lot of, like, Eastern mysticism in it that I really like, too. Like, the karma system and stuff. I really like all that. Okay. We're going to Moon first. I won't spoil anything about Hollow Knight. Just that it's really, really good. And my buddy, so here's what I have to say about Hollow Knight. Spoiler free in the best way to put it. My buddy was interested in buying Hollow Knight, different buddy, and he said, should I get it? And I said, Hollow Knight is a $15 game that feels at minimum like a $30 game. Minimum. It's that good. It's an absolute steal at the price they sell it for. Almost there. Yeah, Hollow Knight's super good. I'm doing a Let's Play of that. If you want to watch, like, the first 20 minutes, it's not... oh, this is so cool. It's not particularly spoiler-filled. You know, if you've watched any of my stuff, you know I try to keep things, like, spoiler-free until the moment that the spoiler is relevant. And, my first, like, 20 minutes of Hollow Knight, give or take, maybe first, it might be like a 40-minute video. I didn't pay much attention. Shouldn't spoil anything for you. I just talk about, like, the atmosphere of the game and stuff. So if you kind of want to get an idea of what to expect from the game, I've got a video like that. Okay. So we're going to rest here while we have an opportunity. Now, something worth noting is, you know what, we're going to do the Vista first, and I'll tell you why. Because I just thought of this. In order to complete the expedition, we have to hibernate afterward. And there's a hibernation chamber way closer to Moon than there is to the Vista, I think. Hollow Knight, I will say this, too. Be careful looking up Hollow Knight, because while Rain World is, like, kind of... The lore of Rain World is weird enough that you don't really get it, even if you read the spoilers, I don't think. Hollow Knight is super easy to spoil, so be careful with that. Okay, the leeches haven't made it over here yet. In fact, the leeches have despawned. Yes, the leeches despawned. Perfect. Alright. We'll go get the Vista and we'll just come straight back. We should be able to do it on the same cycle. We got a long one. And I think it should be right through here. To the left. If I'm wrong about where exactly this is, then we'll go to Moon first, because then it's further than I think. But I think it's right through here. There's like a little diagonal ramp down to the left. And sometimes there's a lizard here. And then I think this path here leads up to a tower. Whoa, there's some weird music. Wait. No, I went the wrong way. This is like a new area, I think. It's funny you mentioned that. I'm supposed to play Halo at some point, but I've still never played Halo. Alright. This tower? Like, worst case scenario, we die and get back to where we were. We have enough lives, I wouldn't be worried too much about it. penguins. Penguins are weird enough to be concerning. Can we even get up there? Oh, I threw my spear straight into the water. Oh, hey, wait a minute. That's how you get over there? I never knew that was possible. My buddy bought me, the guy who was going to get Hollow Knight, actually, bought me Halo 1 in the Master Chief Collection, and I have it installed, or I have installed it, but... Uh-oh. I never actually started it. So I do think our vista is at the top of this tower. And I do say we go there again first, to be sure. Because, again, the leeches weren't there. If they're there, we'll go the other way, but... there's one. I can deal with one leech. I know the Halo games are great. I don't know, I've never played them. I did play Half-Life a lot growing up. You guys and your penguins. Careful, you'll accidentally create one of those stream memes. We'll go over. I'm not worried about diving again. Not with leeches. Okay. We should be close. What is MCC? Master Chief Collection? Is that what you guys are talking about? What makes the experience less authentic? I do agree it's, like, ridiculously expensive, though. To be fair, he bought it when it was, like, on sale for $5 for the original Halo. Not when it was, like, 30 or whatever. Like, that's ridiculous. I saw that, too. It's been 3 hours? Are you kidding me? I'm sorry you all have had to watch me struggle this long. Gotcha. So it's got this... So I actually have something I can ramble about for a couple minutes here. So it's got the Silent Hill 2 remake problem, where it wasn't on the original PlayStation hardware, and thus... had all sorts of issues, both visually and, like, gameplay-wise, right? Well, there went that spear. Okay, so I'm not confident that we can make this dive. Oh, but we have a boy. We have a jetfish. If we can lure him up here, we can grab him and dive down. Oh, he ended up on the other side somehow. I'm scared to, like, try and make the dive again, because it took, like, 3 minutes to get here. Yeah, that... Not a good start. We gotta be careful with how we start this. Oh, there he is. Nice. Sorry, I haven't looked at chat for a second. I was just trying to get this sorted out. Yeah, I was really focused. I'll have to listen to the Halo soundtrack, the Halo Reach soundtrack. I really like listening to a good soundtrack. I'm a soundtrack kind of guy, because you know me, I was talking about it earlier. I like music stuff and making music. Are you kidding me? It's not up here. Ah, shoot, that's a good call. Yeah, that seems obvious in hindsight. Okay. I haven't read this Pearl, so we're bringing it, but, boy, that was a hard fall. Okay. I don't know... Oh, no, I spit out my neuron. Okay. Hang on. We are full, so we can put the neuron back. Without eating it. You can only store them if you have like a full belly. I don't know where my cat is. I think he's in my my chair still. So do you guys have any idea where the vista could be? Since we know it's not that. Is there like an island that you can think of? I want to play all the Halos eventually, in order. Because I don't really know the story either, but, like, I watched the first couple episodes, maybe just the first episode of the, like, the series they did, and I know people didn't really like that, but, like, at least the opening sequence where they all land in and they just, like, absolutely Terminator a bunch of aliens, that was really cool. Regardless of, like, anything else. It could be in, you know, it could be in Moon. You're right. Let's head there. We gotta go there anyway. You don't suppose it could be the opening section of Shoreline where it's like right out front with the beach and everything, right? That would suck, because we'd have to go all the way back through Shoreline. Moon is considered... I would say Moon is considered a region. A part of Shoreline, wouldn't you say? I wouldn't consider... I mean, it's a sub-region, sure, but I wouldn't consider it... Like, I would consider it enough that a vista would still count. Yeah, they made him take his helmet off in, like, the first opening section of the show. Like, he takes his helmet off, and, like, I don't know. I don't know much about Master Chief, but I know he's probably not supposed to do that. Okay. Oh, it could be, like, the bridge going to Moon. Oh, no, we're talking about the name of the region, Looks to the Moon. Because it's named after a character here. Now, I will warn you, this is, if you have interest in this game and you care about, like, the lore and spoilers, you're going to see some stuff. So, I mean, you've already seen a lot of stuff. But if you care, I'm warning you right now that there's stuff. We're gonna rest here, because we're here. There's a lot of food in this zone and no enemies, so we might as well rest so we don't get rained out. I'll try to finish as fast as I can for your spelling skills' sake. I'm beat. I didn't plan on... I planned on streaming for like 45 minutes. I love Moon. Moon is probably my favorite character, but I don't understand all the hate that Five Pebbles gets, to be honest. You know, a lot of people kill Moon their first time. My buddy... I'll tell you what's worse. My buddy that I was playing with the other day during the co-op that I was telling you about, visited Moon, ate as many neurons as his belly could hold, which was all but one, and then he took one with him for a snack. Now that's cold. Hang on here. I got this. Man, I did it back at Shaded Citadel. Alright, hopefully that's close enough. Nice. Saved me some trouble. Dinosaur. Spell penguin. I know where the Vista is. I know where it is. It's the little floating island above the bridge that leads to the Shaded Citadel. Oh no! I ate the neuron, guys. I had to die because I ate the neuron. When I took it out, I ate it. Boy, that... You guys have no idea how big of a compliment that actually is, though. Yeah, he's a hungry little thing, man. I didn't expect him to eat it as soon as I took it out. We're gonna grab food on the way down so that we don't accidentally eat it again. That should keep that from happening. You guys gotta go to bed. I gotta wrap this up for you. It's devolving. Okay. That won't happen again. I'm absolutely starved now because of all that food talk. We gotta find a spear. I don't want to go the long way. We gotta go the long way. No one needs to sleep when there's a slug cat. I heard rumors that there's that they're hoping for a second round of plushies of the new slug cats. I don't know if it's confirmed, but I heard rumors. That was on Reddit too, so again, grain of salt. I don't even know if I have enough storage space for this, because I'm recording this. Me? I just have my dog and my cat. But my cat, oh, I do have another interesting pet story, I guess. So, my cat we found on our wedding anniversary. We had just gotten home from like a dinner. I don't think it was the exact day of, but it was like a special dinner that we had gone out to. Lunch, sorry. And all of a sudden, out of the bush, this cat comes crawling. And he's in bad shape. I mean, this cat is in bad shape. Looks almost dead. And my wife was able to nurse him back to health. And now he loves me and doesn't like her for some reason. How long does this spin around? It's not checking off. Uh-oh. Can I not give the pearl at the same time? I'm scared to, like, leave and save it because I don't want the... Maybe we'll just let her finish talking. A Costco parking lot, huh? Like, as an adult or as a baby? My wife loves guinea pigs. Okay. Oh, you have to give it to her. Okay, good. 4 cats. That's a lot. Do they all get along pretty well? I mean, I've had, like, 4 cats before, so, like, I know they usually do, but... We got 1 left to do. We have to get to that Vista point. And like I said, I think I know where it's at. Well, I'm sure that cat has had an amazing life with you that it otherwise would not have had you not rescued it in such a way. If you guys weren't here for my daytime stream, I talked a little bit about this the other day. My dog, because I mentioned this like in passing earlier, but my dog recently got diagnosed. We went in to get like a routine dental thing. And they did his blood work and they were like, we can't put him under. His kidneys are like really bad. Like the doctor, the vet doesn't have very good bedside manner. Pretty good vet, but not the best bedside manner. Said like last time I've seen, like normally when we see this in the dogs, sometimes they have like 2 weeks. And I'm like, oh, this is sudden terrible news. Uh-oh. Absolutely terrible week. And this was the week, and I'm not trying to, I don't want this to sound like I thought this was more important, but it was already a stressful week because I was doing my review for the DLC for this, and I was really stressed about getting my video out, and then in the middle of doing my video, I got this news, and I was like, I cannot focus on literally anything except for my boy. This is terrible. And it was really worrying. And we got him some special food. It's only been a couple weeks. It's only been a week and a half now, actually. But we got him some special food immediately, and we got different tests. We confirmed that that's what it is. But we got him special food, and we got him special treats and all sorts of stuff. And he's just as energetic as ever. So we're hoping that being so proactive about this. They said once they start showing symptoms, that's when it's too late. And this was before anything like that. This was during a routine check. He's still acting fine. So we're really hoping that we caught it soon enough, and that we can at least treat it, right? It's not something that ever gets better or that you cure, but it's something that like you can do your best to make sure that he lives as long as he's going to live, happy and healthily, right? And so it was very scary and very stressful, but we're trying to look at it pretty positively. And I think the reason I'm telling you this sad story is because you mentioned finding the cat in the Costco parking lot. Like, we got him. He was a retired breeding dog. So, like, and we, you know, we're doing everything we can. We're buying him special food and all that stuff. Like, I know I keep saying that, but like that's basically what we can do. That's like it. We can give him like IV fluids once a week that will help too. And so my sister-in-law has like vet experience. She's doing that at home for us. But and it's not like terribly expensive or anything. It's like $20 a month to do that too. But we at first we were like really upset. Like, we thought maybe we weren't doing or couldn't do enough. But the vet was like, it's genetic, right? It's what he has specifically that's caused this is most likely genetic. And we're finding a lot of comfort in the fact that even if it doesn't end up working out that long for him, that we have done the best we can, and that we have given him the best fighting chance he could have, right? And like, you know, rescuing a cat from the Costco parking lot, like, that's like you should be proud of that, right? Like, you're giving that cat the best life it probably could have. And, you know, that's a good thing. That's a great thing. Uh-oh. Jetfish trying to drown me again. Sorry to go off on like a really like personal tangent. I'm sorry. I try to keep things light, but that's been weighing on me this past week. But it's good knowing that you're doing the best thing you can for something that otherwise wouldn't be able to do that for itself. Also, to answer your question about favorite slug cats, I think it's Artificer still. But I won't know for sure until I've done the Saint, because I'm really interested in the Saint. But it's so I really like fighting other slug, like other like stuff. So I don't think I'm as big a fan of the Saint as I will be. Like I don't think I'll be as big a fan of the Saint once I try it, because I really like fighting in this game. And you just can't. Ah, come on, man. Get a grip on it. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think it's up ahead. And then we'll go back to Shaded Citadel. What is the background here? Oh man, it's so hard to see. Can we go past this plant if we kill it? Does the screen scroll here? It doesn't. Okay. Hey, I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow afternoon, but thank you very much for being here and watching. And if you want to see how it ends, it's still going to be a video. So you can go to bed. You don't have to stay here just to watch. I appreciate you being here, though. Just keep track of where you left, and you won't have to worry about it. It was after the really sad dog situation venting. Right around there. We're so close, too. We've almost got it. Oh, wow, afternoon. I mean, I guess it's like almost 4 a.m. for me, so it's getting early. Ah, come on. This section sucks. Okay, we're, what time of day is it? We're going back in here to rest at the Shaded Citadel one. Because then we can get here easier once it rains. We're good on food. We're so close to beating this challenge. I definitely do not want to ever play this again. It's been tedious. It's so dark. I'll tell you what, I'm probably not ever playing with the dark modifier even on. Oh, I didn't see your message about the stream. I might, but I probably won't. It'll be like Sunday. It's funny you ask that, because I was just looking into that today. I like to do musician stuff. I'm a musician. I'm not a very good musician, but I'm a musician. And I was making music, and I did all the stuff and did all, like, jumped through all the hoops to get, like, verified stuff. And then, like, I stopped distributing music through that distributor because I was paying money to, like, have my music places where people wouldn't listen to it, basically. Like, not like a pity party thing, but, like, it just wasn't worth my money to do. And so I just pulled it, and my channel is still listed as an artist channel. And I was trying to look into if that has any negative consequences, because you can still, like, put music on it and stuff. And it doesn't seem like it does. It seems like it's fine, and that it's just listed that way and gives me a couple extra analytics. But, I actually don't know for sure if it does. I couldn't find, like, hardly any information on it. I know I don't want to, like, revert it, because reverting it will potentially, like, remove my subscribers or something. I don't know. It was kind of confusing and vague. People don't really do it anyway. They normally just make a new YouTube channel, which is what I probably should have done, that becomes, like, their Let's Play channel and stuff. But I didn't do that because I didn't think about it. And that is why it says I am a musician when all I have are Let's Plays up. Okay, we're gonna go this way. We'll try and crest with the wave. There we go. I guess it is Sunday already, huh? Alright, this way, right? I don't think so, because streaming and, like, the Let's Plays is so close that I feel like that doesn't really matter all that much. But honestly, I couldn't tell you. I'm flying real blind with this stuff. So I make, like, shitty folk. Like, kind of shitty folk music. Alright, not making that jump. Pineapples are weird, but I like them. Welp. Alright, looks like we're headed back to the beginning of Shoreline. I have a vague idea of where we will find the vista since it isn't that. But we'll just have to ride it out. We're so close that we're not giving up. I'm pretty sure pineapples take, like, an insane amount of time to grow, too, don't they? Like, 2 years or something? It's, like, ridiculous. And they grow just the one pineapple. I think. I could be wrong. I don't want to spread misinformation about that, but... But I'm pretty sure that's what happens. I think pineapple farms are just big farms of, like... single pineapple plants. There's an enzyme in pineapple. Uh-oh. Come on, dude. No, no, no. There's an enzyme in pineapple that, like, dissolves your mouth while you eat it. Like, it's like a digestive type of enzyme, and that's why it makes your mouth, like, feel the way it does. I do know that. Okay. I like when the bats come up through the water. It's very nonsensical. I could not grow pineapples in the climate here, I don't think. I think it's cool that you're growing them. Yeah, the only fruit that eats you back. I'm sure that's not true. I'm sure there's other fruits that do. Oh, so here's an interesting tidbit that you guys might find helpful. So the other day, in that stream I mentioned, where I'm playing with my buddy, and he brutalizes Moon in the way that he does. He was playing Rivulet, and we were noticing a lot of, like, Rivulet-style features that were happening. I don't think I should rest here. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna rest here just because hopefully we're starting to get closer to it. Like, we don't make any progress by retreading old ground, so we might as well rest here. So we were noticing rivulet enemies and stuff, like the new eel enemies were spawning, even though we were on the regular playthrough, the regular Survivor campaign. So it seems like playing as the specialized slug cats does change, like, some of the spawn mechanics of the base campaigns. Because it also caused the rainstorm. You know how the rainstorm will happen and, like, you have to go out during the rain? It did that too. Very interesting. I hope we're getting close. Okay, cool. Oh, you know what? Maybe it was just a coincidence then, because there's the same enemy. I'm close, man. I'm close to it. I'm very beat. Okay. So we're at the front of the map. We're at the front of Shoreline by the beach. And presumably it's not there, because it would have told us. We're gonna eat this fruit. And then I think there's a tower we can check. Normally, like, what do you define? What you mean by what do I use to make my videos? Like, what software do I use to record? Or like, what program do I use to edit them? Or just both? I guess I can tell you both. To record, I use Radeon Relive. It's like the built-in screen capture with like an AMD graphics card or a Radeon, like, I don't know, like a Radeon processor, I think maybe. And I like it a lot. It's real easy. Yeah, I'm sick of it being dark too. And then to edit things, I just use the free version of DaVinci Resolve, because DaVinci Resolve's free version is free, not just free to use, but free for commercial use. And you don't really think about these sorts of things, but, and like realistically, it probably would never happen to most people, but you don't want to be that one guy that it happens to. Like, you don't know if like they're going to come after you on something like that, where like, you even have to have the license for fonts. I don't know if you knew this. Fonts, like even the ones built in Microsoft, I don't think have it listed for commercial use. You have to have like a font that's free for commercial use too. If you're using it for like, and like I might monetize my videos eventually, so I want it to be all good and clear from the get-go. Oh, we're close. So I use DaVinci Resolve because it's free for commercial use, and I haven't had a need for any of the special features yet, so I haven't paid for it. That's stupid. Hang on. That's stupid. We can all appreciate just how stupid that is, right? What an anticlimactic thing. What? You're telling me there's not a single better vista in this entire region than there? Ridiculous. Anyway, we have to find food. So, if a video game has a font that's not free for commercial use, they wouldn't be able to sell it, if that's what you mean. Like, okay, they would probably be fine doing it. This isn't legal advice, I should clarify that. They'd probably be fine doing it. Because, like, realistically, no one's going to probably catch that or care enough to take them to court. But you don't want to be the one guy that gets taken to court because of that. And, like, they could do that, and they could win. And so, yeah, you got to make sure that, like, but Google has, like, a whole font repository of free-to-use fonts for commercial use. So, I just get my fonts from there. The Rain World font, believe it or not, made by a dude. It's free for commercial use. I found that out when I was making my review video, because I found it. Which is really cool. I did not know that. It actually made my review feel a lot more, like, put together when I found out that I could use the Rain World font for that. Realistically, you do that, probably what they're going to do is send you, like, a cease and desist telling you. Again, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just, like, using common sense. They're probably just going to send you, like, a cease and desist saying, hey, change your font or we will take you to court. Yeah, basically. So it's just better to be safe than sorry. But, like, a lot of people don't know that. Like, when I was more focused on the music thing, and by the way, you can't, like, try to hibernate without enough food. Starving does not count as a win. I've tried it, just to be sure. Like, when I first started the music thing, there was a dude doing music too, and he made this really cool sweater, and he was selling these sweaters with, like, a font on the arm. I was like, oh, cool, where'd you find that font? And he's like, just on some website. I was like, dude. Yeah, exactly. The Comic Sans cease and desist. Imagine it's also written, typed up in Comic Sans. This is bad. Oh, no. I mean, we rested right beforehand, but it's still annoying. Oh, almost. Okay, we're gonna have to do the risky dive. Do we have a name for those yet? Those centipede swimmers? Like an official name? Nice. One more. Oh, you haven't seen those yet? They are the equivalent of a centowing, the flying centipedes in the islands, but underwater. And they are terrible, and they still electrocute you. And they're horrifying. And they're extra scary in the dark. Centophans. Or aquapedes. Okay. I like centophans, personally. But I understand the allure of aquapedes. That sounds like a Pokemon, though, to be fair. Whew. Wow. Alright, that was a lot. That was a lot. You know, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say the timer has to be broken. Right? Hasn't it said the same time for the last 3 runs? Oh, we got like a lot of stuff. Wow, we got a lot of stuff for doing that. Cool. Well, I appreciate you guys watching and staying up with me. We're gonna take a quick, we gotta take a quick look. Yeah, that timer has to be broken. So we've got the lantern. Start with the lantern. Start with glow. And we have blinded unlocked now. We might have had blinded unlocked to be able to play that. That was ridiculously hard. I'm glad it's got a nice check mark. But boy, that was hard. I'm gonna be excited to play like a regular, visually appealing, lit up level when we play again. Alright. Well, with that, it's very late. I'm going to send you guys all off to bed, except for those of you who it's afternoon for. I guess you could take a nap if you wanted, I suppose. But thank you all very much for watching. You've been very lively. I appreciate the lively chat. Don't discredit how much work you guys have put in keeping me awake. And with that, I think I'll see you guys all next time. And the video is going up on the channel if, I guess if you weren't here, you wouldn't. It doesn't matter, so. Alright, see you guys. Thanks again.